Welcome back to Enshrouded, everyone. In the last episode, we set out to tame some animals and brought back a dog as well as a cat, along with some farm animals, some goats, and some yaks. And you'll notice that I am no longer in the little hobbit house. I finally have moved into the forest village that I've been working on for a while. Do be sure to check out the videos. I've created a little playlist on my channel of the forest village. And I'm currently in the treehouse now, so we have a lot more space. And it feels kind of sad to say goodbye to the little hobbit hole. It has been quite nice and cozy, but it'll feel good to have some adequate space to continue what we're doing, because you remember from last time, we did not have the proper room to actually fit our animals. So in between last episode and now, I have built a barn. Yeah, I've done quite a bit between last episode and now. And this video I will leave linked in the description as well. It turned out quite nicely. I now have plenty of space for the animals. We've got some yaks out here and some goats inside. I've just been passively collecting wool and goat milk and all that good stuff. Looks like the goats are out of food right now. But yeah, super cozy little barn. They are breeding like crazy. So yeah, if you have extra beds around, the animals will breed and grow a lot. And these little baby goats, you can see I can actually keep them as a baby. Some of them, once they've been a baby for long enough, I can hit E to upgrade them, which turns it into a full-size goat. But it's kind of cool that you can keep them in the little baby form if you want for quite a while. But yeah, with that said, the agenda for today is to bring some villagers into the village. I have the Bring Back Pure Souls quest, I have Oscar and the Dark Rites quest, just to kind of make the village feel a little more alive. And it will just be me today. Crimson is busy with work, so I figured I would do a quick episode just kind of doing some of those little filler quests and exploration, since a lot of you seem to enjoy that. And then I'll wait for Crimson to do the blast furnace for the blacksmith up in the Forge of Obsidia back into the mountains. So that'll be a fun one. But yeah, today bringing back some villagers as well as the spinning wheel, which is something I'm going to actually start with as a quest. We also might get around to finding some of the rare instruments, which would be pretty fun. But yeah, so for the spinning wheel, I basically just been keeping a little chest back here with some wool and goat milk and yeah, all the animal goodies. And then upstairs in the barn, I have the improved spinning wheel for the huntress. So if I go in here to craft, let's see, I have 3 recipes. We've got wool and linen and string. And if I go to my wool, I'm going to select that. Go ahead and put some wool in. Looks like it takes 3 minutes, and that's what it'll take to craft some. So we'll wait that amount of time and then see what the crafted wool does. It just says refine wool in the journal right now. So I'm hoping that's what we'll have to do. And then, yeah, for warm padding kits and better armor. So I'm assuming that's what we'll unlock. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and it looks like we have 30 wool here. So I'll put that into my inventory. Oh, there we go. It says quest updated. And it says make warm padding kits. All right. Well, let's see. I'm assuming that's with the huntress that we make that. Yep. Warm padding. I'm guessing that's what we have to do. So I need fabric, leather, and resin. And I think the resin is the only thing I don't have, but I've moved all the stuff for the huntress over here, so I have plenty of leather and fabric. Okay, I have the stuff now to craft a warm padding. And there we go, quest complete. All right, and it looks like that is what we use in all of the better armor sets. You can see just a few of them right over here, how it requires the warm padding just from the huntress. I think the one I want to make, though, is going to be a set from the alchemist, but that's nice. Each of these new armor sets will provide us some frost resistance so that we can have a much easier time going into the mountains. So as I progress throughout this episode, I will just continue letting the wool keep going, and then we can keep checking in, and I'll keep saving up some padding so that Crimson and I can start crafting better armor. Alright, next on the list, I'm going to do the Bring Back Pure Souls quest. Let's see here. You can now reclaim the souls of those who perished while untouched by the shroud. Investigate the area marked on your map. All right. And that looks like it is at Fenrig's farm, right out in this direction. So let me make my way over there. All right, I'm getting pretty close. It looks like it is just past the salt mines over here. So I just started gliding down from the Springlands Spire. And it looks like we're right over here. I actually just passed by Fenrig's farm a bit ago. It's nice that they put new quests in other areas, which is really cool, that were previously explored on the map. I like how they do that. So let's see, search for pure souls. All right, so we're just searching for a villager soul. Looks like we've got a thing to repair equipment there. Ooh, I'm actually going to take some of these purple berries now that I have a lot of animals to feed. The dried purple berries are always amazing for animal food. Oh, this is actually really nice. There's a lot of fully grown stuff in here. All right, and pure souls. Let's see, I'm guessing that's probably going to be inside here. Possibly up in the loft. Yep, I see something glowing up in the loft there. Ah, there's a passage. All right, well, let's see what this has to say. Fenny, I've just about had it. For weeks now, I've been complaining about the wolves. They're getting braver by the day, prowling round the house at night. I promise by everything holy and good that I will have you in the dust, with nothing but rye and bean soup. Grab the axe and drive these wolves away at once. Ha ha. All right, well, looks like quest updated, bring back pure souls. And now we have to search a nearby cave. And it looks like we just have to keep going south of Fenrig's farm here. That's at least where it tells us to go on the map. Yep, here's a cave, all right. Let's see if we can find something in here. I unfortunately did not bring a wisp light, so I'm just going to bring my torch into my inventory here so you guys can see just a little bit better. And then I'll go grab some wisp lights for future quests. Oh yeah, there's a soul. I think that's what we're after. The wolf cave. All right. That's what we want. Collect soul. Perfect. Fenrig Mills. Nice. All right, we're back at the treehouse, and if I go to assistants here, by just hitting E, it looks like, yeah, we have villagers and then assistants. So this will be our first assistant that we bring in, and it is a farmer assistant. That's actually awesome. I kind of want him to go down by the barn. That would be pretty cool. I think the next big house I'm going to do for the village is going to be a house for the farmer so that I can actually get some fields and some crops going. But either way, let's summon in Fenrig here. I'm worried that if I just summon him in, he's going to actually open this door all the time and let the animals out. I guess we'll have to see about that. I'm actually kind of worried about that. Let's summon him in, well, let's try it. If my animals escape, I guess we'll find out. But, looks like, all right, he's got something to say here. Ooh, a lot of things to say. All right, wolf's den. The wolves are here. I'm surrounded. Help. Breathe slowly. Fenrig, you're no longer in that cave. You there? Did you save me? Praise be, what a miracle. You took me from the howling dark and brought me here. Oh, I'll till your fields, water your crops. Finally, I can put down the axe and take up the sickle. Very nice. All right. Where is everyone? I thought the Springlands were safe, but our fields are empty. Where did everyone go? Before I met my early end, Fort Calvin was our bastion of hope. Have you been there? Is anyone left? Maybe someone like me, a lost soul still holding on? Ooh, that's cool. Looks like maybe that added a new quest there for us. Because often they want us to bring in relatives. Yeah. We, the only ones. That added a new quest there. And villager, all right. My kind are simple folk. All we need is some food and a warm, sheltered bed. If you have a spare one, I'd gladly take it. Pick one and assign it to me with your summoning staff. All right, perfect. And you can see here that the assistants, we can actually click craft on them, and it does everything that the farmer can do, which is really perfect. A lot of you have been asking, like, hey, can we have multiple instances of NPCs if you're playing with a bunch of friends? And the answer is, go find a bunch of assistant villagers, and someone could have a farmer in one house on the other side of the world, and a farmer in the other house. They're not going to both look the same, but they can essentially do everything that the other can do. And I really like that. So I can have a little farmer by the barn up here, and then I might do like a little farming house down in the hills down there. And I could have Emily down there, for example, and not have to run back and forth or summon a farmer in everywhere I go. So really, really like that feature. And bringing him in, we have a few quests here. Yeah, we the only ones. That brings in another villager, which is cool. And then beds and shelter. It looks like he wants a bed. And I'm inclined to assign him to a bed in the farm. I guess that's what I'm going to do now. But I really am worried he's actually going to let the animals out. I didn't think of that because villagers, they can open doors. So maybe I set his roaming range to not be very big. That way he can't open the doors and wander out of the farm and let all the animals out. So I guess I'll assign him to this bed for now. That completed that quest there. And I guess we'll just see what happens. I'm worried I'm going to come back to a disaster with my animals all over the place, but that's okay. They weren't that hard to tame, the yaks and the goats, if I have to get more. He's got something else to say. Little gnomes. Rebuilding the world is great, but who can we share it with? Don't you feel empty without a little special someone? I used to have a wife, you know. Oh no, I don't mean her. She forbade me from having garden gnomes. Oh, cool. And a world without gnomes is not worth rebuilding. I'm not joking, I need a gnome. Oh, finding a garden gnome. That'll be cute. Get some of those to place in the farms and everything. Oh, I like that. This is really cool, actually. We're getting so much content, so many little quests with these NPCs. Maybe I'll have to do some more live streams doing some of these. This is a lot of stuff here. And if we head back up into the treehouse, I think the flame altar and some of the other NPCs also had a whole lot to say. Oh yeah, look at that. Immune with flame. Child of the flame, you've acquired the right tools to protect yourself against the cold. Let us test for how long you can withstand it. Trial by fire, trial by snow, a trial by blood found deep below. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Does that add another quest? Bunch of new locations and everything. Oh yeah, ignite the coldest elixir well. Wow, okay. Man, we're unlocking all kinds of things here. Let's see what that one is. We have it right up here. Ooh, wow, we get some sort of a trophy. That looks like a Fell Cyclops trophy. Heart of the elixir well. Wow, okay. Well, that sounds good. That'll be another quest. And then if I head upstairs, I've just put my other NPCs up here for now and selected them to stay in one place so that I can find them easily. Looks like Oswald has something to say. New hope awakens. Flameborn, our home is blooming. It awakens new hope in me. Do you remember the mysterious letter and the tools you retrieved from me? Only one person could have tried to reach me from beyond Umber Hollow. I know it might all be for nothing, but if my daughter Rochelle is out there, I must ask you to search for her. Oh, cool. I remember we got a lot of lore about his daughter, and now we're gonna bring her back from the dead. Oh, that's great. And I'm sure, yeah, that gives us a new quest to go out and find his daughter. Wow, this is actually a lot of villagers we'll be bringing into the forest village here. An extra pair of hands. Looks like the carpenter wants us to bring in someone as well. We have lots of faces around here now. Makes me feel right at home. I have 7 aunts, you know. Braelyn was my favorite. She used to send me the most beautiful architectural sketches of temples, bridges, and towers from her travels. One day, she went to Blackmire when I was little. I mean real little, and never returned. She should come back and help out. I got 7 aunts, a lot of work, and only 1 hand after all. Oh, cool, so another carpenter assistant, just like we brought in the farmer assistant. And it looks like that one is probably pretty close. Yeah, the carpenter assistant. So we can kind of glide right down there from our treehouse, I bet, or get pretty close. Oh, neat. Wow. So many quests. Started the episode with like 8 or 9 quests, and now we're already at 13, even while we're completing them. This is pretty cool. All right, well, what next? Want to try to do the Dark Rites quest, or maybe I'll just kind of do some of these ones here. It looks like the Dark Rites quest is a bit bigger. Yeah, oh, it's in an attic in Pikemead's Reach, a hidden attic. Well, maybe I'll have to go investigate that. I think I'll go over there. Let's do the Dark Rites quest. So it looks like we're gonna head to Pikemead's Reach and look for a hidden attic. Well, I'm at Pikemead's Reach, and I have been looking around forever, and it turns out I was looking in the wrong spot. So with the help of a friend, I finally found where it is. But in the meantime, there's a few other things in the city of Pikemead here that I wanted to show you. And one of which is a little piece of a statue right up here. You can see we collect Queen Pikemead's statue piece. And we can unlock a recipe for a statue by picking that up. And that's in this little house here as you're looking north at the castle there. And then the hidden attic, it says it's in the Imperial Gardens. The Imperial Gardens is right down here, but it's in this big house all the way at the edge of the Imperial Gardens. So let me get up here and then show you guys where it is. You can see that there's lots of little holes kind of around the exterior of the attic of this big house. But if we loop all the way around here, might have to get rid of some of these mice. And then we get through this this bookshelf here. This is where it is. This definitely looks like a attic where rituals were practiced and all sorts of crazy stuff. So let me get these mice out so I can read in peace. And we'll have at it. Mandatory, a wand. The incantation found below, a clear visual of the dead person you wish to speak to. Optional, clementine scented candles. When you return from the afterlife, you'll smell like burnt flesh. Oh wow. Speak the following words slowly. Uh-oh. Do we want to say the chant? Basically just gives us a chant and tells us, oh gosh, how to summon in and talk to the afterlife. Oh man. And if we search this, we find the cryptic wand. Wow, okay. And now we have to find Lady Leclair's residence. Oh wow. F to show on map. That is right over here. The alchemy assistant. Oh, very cool. At Glenwood's End. But before I go there, I wanted to show you where the other pieces of Queen Pikemead's statue can be found. Because we found her arm piece in the other attic, but there are actually 2 more pieces in order to complete the statue. And one of them can be found kind of in the southwest direction over there, and the other one can be found in Pike's Port in the Deadly Shroud right northwest over there. So I'll show you where the one over here is first. If we glide right over toward the return beacon, right over here, and then there'll be a little explosive barrel that we can shoot, and we can find the base of the statue right in that little chest. And then if I make it out of the shroud over here, I'll just jump up on top of here for now, and then glide all the way down, and head right over to Pike's Port. And then right at the end of the Deadly Shroud here, let me actually take care of this, this shroud mob right there. Right at the end of the Deadly Shroud, there's some boats, and we can hop between them, being careful not to step in the Deadly Shroud. And this is the last piece of the statue. So just kind of inch toward it, we can collect it there. And with those 3 pieces, we should be able to assemble the statue by crafting the statue frame at the carpenter. And here it is. It is quite large. It looks like we can go up to it and inspect it. And then just kind of click on each piece. And there's the 3 pieces of the statue there. That is pretty cool actually. And now that that's crafted, we can head down to Glenwood's End to find the lost soul for the alchemy assistant and complete the Dark Rites quest. Alright, I am at the entrance to Glenwood's End, and I did some scouting around to know where I had to go, and I'm going to show you where to find Lady Leclair's soul. And if you kind of go to the left here, and then glide off of this little platform with the updraft if you want to bypass some of the mobs, or you can just get to it this way. And then we have to jump up on this rock, and it is in this building right over here. So let me zoom into my character. We've got a bunch of little spiders in here that we gotta take out. And then there was a passage that was right over here that I read. And by reading this, I unlocked basically the farther progression of the quest that tells us to find Leclair's basement. All right, but let me read this to you. The fabric that separates life from death is becoming thinner. I feel it. With some small changes to my old incantation, my ritual should allow me to cross into the afterlife without requiring a loved one's touch, and to find eternity. 1 hour till dawn, and I spend it beyond. Twice the time on this earth is just what I want. Death cannot stop me. I will find my forever. Breach thrice the darkness. Death finds me never. Sands of time free me. I fall to the waves. Stretch out my hands. Let reality cave. I sacrifice light. Countless steps that I take. Walk once into black until later I wake. Remember, Paulette, trace your steps, or else you won't return from the void. I'd be best to conduct ritual in my secret cellar so I don't bring the smell of death into my living room. I'm all out of clementine-scented candles. So I just figured I'd read that one because it's pretty poetic and interesting. And it says to find the basement. And we can head right down here through the cobwebs and down the secret little area down the chimney. Open this door here, and here she is, Lady Leclair. All right, and now let me head back to the tree village to summon in Lady Leclair, the alchemist assistant. All right, so going over to assistants, and there she is.
Hello.
There we go. All right. Talk and craft. Hallows Eve festivities. Do you know about Hallows Eve? It's the season of the undead, the damned, and the daring. We welcome spirits from beyond with carved pumpkins and lights during the festivities. What? You're saying we're supposed to drive them away? I'd rather invite them in. Let's find some pumpkins, shall we? Ooh, cool. Well, I don't really want to invite weird spirits into the house, so I'm probably going to craft a separate house for you, Leclair, but I would love to find some pumpkins. Back alive. Eureka! I am flesh and bone once more. Moments ago, I was simple speck of dust, floating aimlessly and wrapped in darkness, strangled by a faulty thesis, lost in the afterlife. But somehow your magic pulled me back. You don't want to help me with my next self-experiment, do you? Oh, gosh. All right, and again, she can craft everything that the alchemist can. And if we go to the journal here, we unlocked another quest right down here, Hallows Eve Decor, where we want to go to Pretty Patty's farm to find pumpkins. That is pretty cool. So that is all the way up in the mountains. Another fun quest up there. That'll be pretty cool. I'm so happy that they added pumpkins to the game. Be a nice addition to things. I think the next quest I'm going to do now, since it's nice and close here, is find the carpenter assistant here, because that is right over in Blackmire Forest, the Lost Soul carpentry assistant. So I'm just going to travel up to the spire and then glide down from there. And if we go to the journal, it says it is in a hidden temple. And here we go. Looks like it is kind of nestled in the foliage right back here. So if you kind of go under the tree root of this big tree. And here, oh, there's a VUCA trap. I always fall for those. All right, rescue Aunt Braelyn. Oh gosh, we hear a lot about Aunt Braelyn. Oh wow, this is interesting. Am I supposed to jump all the way over there? This looks kind of sketchy. All right. Oh, is there a way to get up there? Ah, there's a little grapple point on the ceiling. So it looks like I first have to cross over to this side over here. Alright, well, let's do that. And then open these doors, maybe? Oh, gosh. And then wind up around the steps here. Yep. Now we're getting up higher. Yeah, these hidden temples are pretty cool. Now I can see why his aunt and the whole architectural reference and everything. Alright, so we swing here. And I kind of drop... Oh! Oh gosh. Okay. That is very, very tricky. Well, let's try that again, shall we? I think if I can head back into here with the glider. That is really tricky. I forgot that we let go of those grapple points on the ceiling. So maybe I just drop there. There we go. And collect soul. Perfect. Alright. Aunt Braelyn. There it is. Ah, and the other grapple point is for a little golden chest up here. That's why there were two. Ooh, cool. Corrosive daggers. Alright, well, let's go back to the tree base and place Aunt Braelyn down. Here we go. Alright. What does she have to say? Knocked out. Breathing? Check. Legs? Intact. Kickable? Even. Nose? No longer broken. Head possibly hallucinating. Are you real? Nice to meet ya. I'm Braelyn Hawthorne, a traveler, carpenter, and proud aunt. Did you build this place? The stonework's marvelous. I picked up some techniques on my travels. If you need a hand building, just holler. And again, we can craft everything that we otherwise can at the carpenter. That's pretty nice. Alright, so she does not give us another quest, but it looks like now the carpenter has something to say. Braelyn returns. Is that one of my ants I see? Fantastic. Marvelous. And it's not just any ant. Braelyn, my favorite. Thank you, Flameborn. When I tasked you to search for my family, I was half joking. Oh, that's cool. Alright, and these NPCs are definitely going to start crowding up my house, so this gives me incentive to start building all sorts of little homes for them. Building a farmer house, an alchemy tower, or some cool build for that, a little blacksmith, workshop for the carpenter, all sorts of awesome builds to deck out my forest village with. But with that quest, let's see, what other survivors do we have to bring in? We've got a few little quests here, but what about, where's the blacksmith family? That's right down here. Let's do that one. I'm gonna set that as the active quests at Fenrig Ranch. And we can get there by just gliding down from the Nomad Highland Spire. And we are at Fenrig Ranch right now. Quest updated. The blacksmith family. Find and rescue Rochelle's soul. Alright, and this is what Fenrig Ranch looks like. It's quite small, actually. So maybe I can, explosive there. Looks like there's just, yeah, that may have gotten rid of some rats if I did the timing a little better. Oh gosh, lots of little rats. Alright. Oh, I'll sit up here for a little bit and take them out. There we go. And it looks like this is the barrel that we had to blow up. There's one kind of in the rubble there. There we go, got that rat. And is this the soul? That is, alright. There's Rochelle. Let's go see what she has to say. Alright, Rochelle Anders. Let's see here. Freed from fire. Breathe in and out. In, out. Be calm, Rochelle, be calm. Clean breaths, no dust, no smoke, no fiery inferno. Dearest stranger, I don't know how you took me from those fires, but thank you. I'm a blacksmith, Anders family trade. Come to me, I'll be your shield. Awesome, alright, ooh, hunting party? Before I took that job for repairing the shed, I was traveling with a hunting party. It was exciting, but didn't make me any money. Maybe check out their camp if you're still looking for helping hands. it would be good to get more firepower in here. Oh, cool. We'll have to see what sort of a quest that one just added. Interesting. Yeah, tracing footsteps. Alright, a fresh set of clothes. I need a fresh set of clothes to change into. There's lots of blood, sweat, and tears in my profession. Mostly sweat. I had others before arriving at the farm, but I ripped them off during an expedition where I saw spiders crawling all over. I can't go back there. No, you do it. Okay, interesting. And let's see what quest that one added. So this one gave us 2. We have tracing footsteps. Ooh, and a new cosmetic outfit for the blacksmith. That's pretty cool. So tracing footsteps gives us another NPC. Where is that at? That's right down here. Again, just below the Nomad Highland Spire. And then cosmetic blacksmith outfit. That's right over there. That's cool. Alright, and then Oswald has something to say as well. Together at last. It's really her? Do my eyes deceive me? By the fire, she's so tall. I still saw her as my little girl. No, I'm not crying. I must have gotten soot in my eyes. Look away. I need a moment. Alright, well, there's the blacksmith's family. That's pretty nice. The next quest and villager I am going to bring in is this one, We the Only Ones, and it is right over here in Fort Kelvin. So yeah, right next to Fort Kelvin. So let's go up here and see if the quest updates if we get close. Looks like it might kind of be near that tower. Yeah, up in that tower over there. So get past these VUCA and we can head over there. There's that guy. Oh, nice. Got a level up. That's always good. Alright. And up here. Up here. And I'll clear out all these guys. And yeah, the quest says investigate Fort Kelvin now. So, it does look like it is in fact up in this tower. Somewhere over here anyway. Let's head up these stairs and then, yeah, I'm gonna guess it's all the way at the top. Let's see if I'm right. And of course we've got mice. Always lots of mice. Alright, how do we get up here? That's the other question. Actually, how do we get up here? It is interesting because all of these locations are very changed from the very first time I ever came to them. I thought, yeah, there's a little grapple point right over here. And then it looks like we head inside, jump up here, and then head over in this direction, jump to this staircase, and that takes us all the way to the top. And we can get Hannah Reed. All right. And Hannah is just a normal villager rather than a assistant. Well, let's see what she's got to say. Missing daughter. I might be alive, but without my daughter, there's no reason for me to live. Please, I beg of you, search for my daughter, Marianne, and bring her back to me. She left our home to research the VUCA before they raided Fort Kelvin. Oh, I should have never let her go. My little girl, please come back. Alright, sends us on a quest to go and find her daughter, it looks like. So yeah, that's kind of what just the villagers do. They just give you a little dialogue and send you on some quests to find more villagers. But my gosh, are we getting lots of villagers today. It's just one after another. And I probably won't be able to work through all of the mini quests in the playthrough here. But there's definitely a lot of awesome little quests. And of course, if you were kind of doing a new playthrough of this game, you'd kind of have these all dispersed as you go, kind of getting one villager at a time. But we're doing it all at once now because it's all part of the new update. And hopefully something in this episode is helpful to you so far in terms of where to find villagers and everything. But let's see what the next one we should do. Maybe the tracing footsteps there. I'll set that one as the active quest. We need to go to a hunting party camp and find that one there. And then that is right near the cosmetic outfit for the blacksmith, which can be found, it looks like, in a hidden tomb, I think. Yeah, hidden tomb entry there. So we'll do that one right after. Okay, I am nearing up on the hunting party here. Yep, looks like that's it right there. Hunting party camp. Okay. Well, I don't see any mobs here, so it looks like I'm safe to go inside and see what's over here. Haha, as I say I'm safe. Runs into a trap. Alright, well, we've got a passage to read. This desert contains horrors. The foul creatures took poor Galen right from in front of us. We stopped to rest, quench our thirst, and have a good conversation on our way to the market when the skies blackened with soaring beasts. Everyone says to take cover, and you see a shadow swooping overhead. But there was nowhere to hide. Galen whipped out his bow, ready to hunt the things down, but they attacked from the direction of the rising sun. He was blinded, surprised, vulnerable, and then he was gone. The attack came so quickly, but I saw where the creature took Galen. Their nest is not far. Oh, interesting. So, the draconian vulture nest. So, if you guys actually remember, earlier in the playthrough, we actually did this exact same quest, but we found something else in the draconian vulture nest. And now we get to find an NPC. So this is actually really, really cool. I could do a whole nother playthrough of Enshrouded, and every quest, well, a lot of quests anyway, would have completely new content. So if you guys remember the draconian vulture nest, all the way at the top of these cliffs over here. So we just kind of have to parkour our way up, and we should reach it. Right above these sulfur deposits, and there's some of the draconian vultures. This is actually pretty cool. That's another reason why I'm really glad that I've been reading a lot of the lore and everything, because it's kind of cool to remember old quests. I remember reading that passage, and that's what made me remember doing this quest to get to the draconian vulture nest. Looks like here we are. Can't remember if it was like a ring or what I found in here before, but I definitely remember coming over here. Oops. I gotta get this guy out first. There we go. Okay. And I'll loot these, because feathers and bird meat are nice. Okay, draconian vulture nest. Yeah, this is the draconian bow. That's right. That's what I saw from before. I don't think the Vuka is what we're after. But yeah, I found the draconian bow, but now there's another nest right here. And this is the soul of the villager, Galen. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's actually really cool to have read all the lore. We learned who these people were a long time ago, actually, in the beginning of the playthrough. And now we actually get to go out and rescue them. So I really like how they stayed very authentic to the lore with this game and did all the quests like that. So now I'm going to make my way down to the cosmetic blacksmith outfit, and then we'll head back and see what Galen has to say. It looks like it's in this little tomb right down here below the cliff. So yeah, these two quests were perfect to do back to back. Ooh, hidden tomb entry. Find the cosmetic blacksmith clothing set. So it's supposed to be a tomb, and there's no entry. So I'm guessing it's time to dig. Ah, yep. So we gotta find the entry in this one. Looks like there it is. All right. Just dig this out so that I can see the light at the end of the tunnel when we're coming back, so I don't trap myself down here. Okay, let me take out a torch. You guys can see a little better. I'm guessing, yeah, there's gonna be lots of spiders, actually. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit. I will use my wand and fireball and all that good stuff to light the way. And there's some torches. That's nice that it gives us those. All right. Well, what do we got now? This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Oh, there's some spikes over here. And we gotta go find the cosmetic outfit. Ah, look at that. It might be in the coffin right down there. So this is where we came from, just right up there. I dropped down here, and now if we head into this room... Ah, nope. That is a really nice staff, though. But not the cosmetic outfit. Alright, well, this tomb has got to have a lot of stuff in it, then. More lightning there. Don't need that. Shroud meteor. I do like those. Alright, well, it's not down here after all. We gotta head back up, it looks like. And find another coffin or something. See if that has it. Alright, so we're going back across the spikes here. And heading maybe this way. Haven't been this way yet. Alright, down these stairs, into this room. Is this a mirror of what we had just seen before? It might be, in which case there would be another tomb down over here that we can go in order to find the cosmetic outfit. Yeah, right down here. Okay. We jump across here, and is it in here? Yep, there it is. There's the blacksmith cosmetic outfit. That looks pretty cool. I gotta equip all of those. We can see how they look. Alright, there's the pants, the boots, the shirt. Don't think there were gloves with this one. Yeah, no gloves, but that's how the blacksmith cosmetic outfit looks. That's pretty nice. I like how we're getting some more cosmetics. Alright, well, let's go back and summon in Galen. See what Galen has to say. And Galen is a hunter assistant, which is really cool. Alright. Well, what do you gotta say? Vultures above. Where did you come from? Get down. Down! There are vultures everywhere. Hand me an arrow. I'll bring them down. And you finish them off. Wait, the skies are clear. I'm not in a dreadful nest, thanks to you. The name's Galen. I hunt. I'll be your bow if you'll be my shelter. Alright, cool. I like how they kind of begin by sort of their last experience, expressing their last experience, and now they're off to a new start. It's kind of an interesting way that's a common theme amongst rescuing them. Alright, dispersed hunting party. You might think I had it rough, getting snatched up by that vulture and all, but at least the damn things didn't tear me limb from limb. I've seen that happen once when some scavengers attacked my hunters while passing by Brittlebush, just for their shoes and clothes. I'll show you where if you promise to make them pay. Ooh, okay. Looks like a cosmetic set, another cosmetic set by talking to this guy. Yeah, the cosmetic hunter outfit. Oh, very cool. And it looks like, who was it? It was, yeah, Rochelle. Rochelle has something to say. Blacksmith clothes retrieved. You retrieved my clothes, thank you. But there are still spiders in there, no? You sure? Actually, why don't you just keep them? Go on, keep them. And store them far away from me. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well, Rochelle and I are twinning in our cosmetic outfits here. Alright, that's pretty cool. And we've got more cosmetic quests there. We're kind of chipping away at them, though. Another one that's quick and easy is the one from Hannah Reed. Just another lost villager soul there. I'm going to set that as the active quest. That is right by the Vuka Ceremony Hill, right down below the Low Meadows Ancient Spire. Alright, we're nearing up on the Vuka Ceremony Hill. This is where we took out our first Vuka Brawler. And I think I'm just going to snatch the soul and move along, because you guys have already seen me do that boss fight in the playthrough with Crimson. So I will head back. Well, let me get clear of these Vuka. Then I'll head back and summon that villager soul in. And there she is, Marianne Reed. Alright. Let me find space. Go ahead and place her. Alright, Vuka Rituals uncovered. Oh, right! She was the one that was focusing on trying to figure that out. My mouth tastes like mud and copper, but I am no longer at the heart of the Vuka clan I researched. Yet I cannot rest until I understand their rituals. I owe it to my people. They've done so much. But if you want to aid me further, seek their sacrifice pit near Fort Kelvin. I saw it from afar. People were pushed to their deaths. The screams haunt me. I need closure. Interesting. We gotta find a sacrifice pit? What sort of quest does that send us on? Vuka rituals uncovered. Alright. Well, that's nice. And then Rochelle, who is out here, or not Rochelle actually, Hannah Reed, has some stuff to say. Reunited with daughter. Thank you so much, Flameborn. My daughter and I are simple folk. We can't help much with hunting and magic, but we'll always be grateful to you. We've proven there's still hope, that the world can be rebuilt and shaped by your will. We are forever indebted to you, and I'm sure other townsfolk will feel the same way. Our old homes rot away. Back when my daughter Marianne was young, we fled our old home at the first sign of decay. I grabbed my little one, a sack of grain, loaded both into a cart, and never looked back. I left everything else, burying half my possessions in the festering basement. If you're brave enough to venture there, perhaps you'll find something to use. Sadly, that's all I can offer you. And another quest, the Cosmetic Maid outfit. All sorts of cool cosmetics. Wow. This makes me want to roleplay this game with like 16 people like it's made. That would be really cool. Do a big Enshrouded server. Well, that is pretty awesome. Are there any other NPCs that we've got? We've got Vuka Rituals. Looks like that's going to give us some awesome daggers there. Still have the instrument. We have Oscar Godwin's cousin. That's right. Let's go ahead and find Oscar Godwin's cousin there. The Gateway Outpost. Drifa, or however you pronounce that. That is up here, kind of on the edge of the mountain biome. So I'll probably be gliding there from the Albaneve Summits fast travel. Alright, we are nearing up on Anton Godwin's location, who is Oscar Godwin's cousin. It looks like it's this building right over here in the mountain biome. You can see there is the Albaneve Summits ancient spire, and if you glide down this way, and then I just made it right up this little path over here. And I'm super excited to check this out. We are back in the mountains. I'm going to go ahead and place a flame altar, just so that I can get back up here easily if I die, because it looks like it might be a little difficult, and it's just me today. I don't have Crimson's help. So, let's see, we've got a little snow tiger over there, and a few more scavengers. So let me try to clear these outskirts, and then it looks like it's kind of in that tower up there. There we go. Alright, yeah, I'll just kind of sit back and range these guys. I made sure to eat some food, and hopefully I'll be okay, and I won't die today. Alright, let's get that guy out. Perfect. I just gotta especially watch out for the fire attacks with these guys, because they really hurt. Alright, oh nice, some granite. Got some of the raw fatty meat. All sorts of good loot. Ooh, nice. Obsidian arrows from that one. That is perfect. Alright, what does this guy have? Ooh, cool. Incendiary ball, as well as some more fatty meat. Alright, well, here it is. Alright, it is Gateway Outpost Drifa, or Drifa. Yeah, I think it's Drifa. But this is cool, so it's an outpost. Ooh, and we have a scavenger tyrant in here. So I gotta be extra careful. I think I'm just gonna kind of start luring some things. It updated our quest there. It says find Anton Godwin. Alright. Oh golly. Well, we've got the whole group on us now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna go in there, lure them out, and then start taking them out one by one out here as I can, because if I let them all get me at once, it's not gonna be super good. Alright. Well, let's see. Anyone else? We've got one guy in here. Oh, and I see a bunch more up on the balcony there, it looks like, from the area of effect from our staff. And I don't see the scavenger tyrant just yet. Oh, there he is. Alright, so he's kind of locked behind that cage, so maybe we're safe for the time being. I guess I will just keep picking them off. I have a feeling he's gonna break through that somehow, so I'm not gonna go read this. It looks like there's a little passage or something up there to read or collect, but I'm gonna keep clearing away all of the guys in here before I go read that. Tends to be a classic with me. I think I can read in peace, and then a bunch more guys end up showing up. Oop, I'm getting a little low. All right, let's get these guys. There's the tiger. Ouch. All right. Get some of these guys out. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And let's loot those ones. And head back in for another round. That one just had some bones. Okay. Oh, the tyrant made it out. There he is. So, yep, I knew it. That gate would not hold them back for very long. Ooh, jeez. Yeah, that fire damage, man, that does a lot. Let's drink another health potion here. And I'm just gonna lure them over here and kind of use the terrain to my advantage. I feel like sometimes the mage is kind of cheating because I can just range all of them, but man, I gotta be careful of my health when I don't have Crimson to go in and tank everything. But I think I can do this. Just gotta keep stacking damage on them. And the fireball definitely works nice for this type of stuff. Alright. Tyrant is almost out there. Just keep running away. There we go, we're getting close. One more. Nice, alright, perfect. Yeah, it looks like my health is okay. Okay, there we go. Ooh, nice. We've got a sun axe. That looks really, really good. Ooh, and trailblazer trousers at the hunter from the hardened leather that we picked up there. That's cool. And yeah, hardened leather is another recipe that we can actually make. Alright, well, with the tyrant out, let's head back up here and see if there's any more. Yep, there's a few more that are lingering. Okay. Well, there's this one at least, and there's probably a couple more, but it looks like we're getting close. Alright. There we go. Watch the fire damage. And there's that one out. Alright, any more? Oh, yep. Another guy up here at the top of the stairs. Alright, perfect. And more obsidian arrows. And let me just check to make sure there's nothing else hiding in these little prison cells. Oop, there's some chest in there. Nice silver one. Let's see what that one has. Ooh, a coalescent wand with shock damage. That looks pretty nice. And let's see, anything else? Ooh, iron bars it looks like. Yep. Okay, well, it looks like I am safe to read. So, let me just do one more little look. Yep, looks like I'm okay. All right, let's see what this has to say. What to do with the prisoners. What do we do with all these prisoners? I got an idea. They're running awfully low on food and fuel for the fire. Sounds like a solvable problem, no? Oh gosh, so yeah, they killed the prisoners. All right, well, let's see. This is actually a pretty cool place. Ooh, steel arrows? Those are nice. Yeah, look at this view. Absolutely insane. It just looks out over the cliff. So many crazy terrain instances and things in the mountains here. This is pretty incredible. Alright, well, I'm just going to look around for anything else down here. I don't think I missed anything. Just check here. Be sure everything is looted. Looks like it. And now I think I gotta figure out how to get up somehow to find Anton Godwin. I don't see any grapple points or stairs in these prison cells. Well, let's see. I'll look around a little bit more. I don't think I can really jump through that hole in the roof. So I'm guessing maybe something out here. Yep, here we go. There's a little pile of rubble that I can jump up. And, yep. Oh, that'll work. Maybe there's a more official way to get up here. But that'll do. And we are up on this level now. This is pretty incredible. There's a little cave over there across the bridge that goes into the mountain. We'll have to go explore that. That looks nice. Alright, so I'm guessing in here. And then, let's see. Ah, we have some stairs over here. Looks like those will take us up. And more prison cells. Yeah, this was definitely quite the prison. Big prison cell overlooking the cliff there. That's pretty crazy. And keep continuing up. Ah, and here we go. That has got to be Anton Godwin. There he is. All right, perfect. Cool. Well, we found him. I'm going to just finish exploring this location because this is really fascinating. Spend a little more time in the mountains. We have a gold chest up here. Ooh, proud daggers. Those look nice. Some linen, and then something to read right over here. But yeah, look at this view. Absolutely incredible. All right. Can't I slack off in peace? Just once, I want to sit around and take a hearty bite of my sandwich without the mountain ominously roaring in the background. The ground shook so badly that I even dropped my food. I mean, excuse me? I'm trying to eat here. Do you really have to huff and puff all the time? I thought this place would be far enough away from the winged beast, but somehow it still finds a way to bother me. The worst thing is that I dropped my sandwich on the overseer's head. Now I'm on bath scrubbing duty for the next 2 months, and my sandwich is gone. This is the worst. All right, well, that references another mountain beast. A winged beast. That's pretty crazy, so we definitely have some sort of a fight coming up in the mountain biome here. Well, let's check out this little cave over here. Looks like we have some spiders. Oh, golly. As long as they don't do too much poison damage, I'll be okay. Alright. There we go. Looks like I'm good. And it looks like they were just guarding a silver chest with another awesome weapon there. Alright, well, perfect. I'd say with that, yeah, I'll hold off on going too much farther into the mountains until I am with Crimson for the next episode. But let's head back to the base and summon in Anton Godwin, see what he has to say. And here he is in the Villagers tab. So let's see. Looks like I've got some space over here. All right. Well, cousins till the end. It's so refreshing to be back. Who are you? A friend of Oscar's, maybe? Oh, he must be worried sick. Thank you for rescuing me. I can't wait to stretch my weary limbs. Maybe I'll go and find some cats to pet. That sounds mighty fine to me. A colorful past. Before I was vacationing behind bars, I was a jester and knife-throwing circus artist. My cousin supported me with my sets, but sadly, my jokes and knives didn't quite land how I wanted them to, especially the latter. I don't want to dwell on it, but had a little accident during one of the shows. First we laughed, then they threw us in jail. Ah, good old days. I wish I still had that jester hat, though. Okay, so, yep, he killed his cousin, it looks like. Oh boy. And it looks like that sends us on a quest to find a jester hat for Anton Godwin. Yep, Anton Godwin's jester hat there. Now these are the main first villagers that we can bring in and unlock, but by doing the side quests for them, we do end up unlocking a few more villager locations. For example, I just did the VUCA Rituals Uncovered quest for Marianne Reed. Yeah, and that ended up unlocking another quest to go and find an additional villager here, Ramone. It unlocked Ramone's writing quest, and that is another one in the shanty shacks in Pikemead. So I'm going to be quick about these last few villagers, but I figured I would include them in this episode just because we're on the topic. So I will go show you where to find them, basically. I'm not going to go through all the reading and side quests of these ones, but I will go to the Imperial Gardens and Pikemead area, and then the Shanty Shacks, show you where to find this one, and then a couple others before we wrap up this episode. So to find Ramone Jones, when you're at Pikemead area and then in the Shanty Shacks area, you'll see this little flame shrine right over here. This is exactly where we are on the map at the little flame shrine. And then you can see there it says location below. And it is in this house right over here. And technically there's a little cellar and a bunch of stuff you could fight in there if you wanted to. Or you can kind of see the faint orange just coming up through the ground there. We can actually just dig through the floor here with a pickaxe. But here it is. You can see we just need a little hole for ourselves. to drop right down in and collect the soul of Ramone Jones. Another villager who I found while exploring the Kindle Wastes was Hugo Vanderhall, and he can be found basically just below the Kindle Waste Spire. And if you glide to the Scatterbone Sun Temple, you can literally just glide all the way there with the Ghost Glider and land in the exact spot where Hugo can be found. And we are now approaching the Sun Temple now, still gliding from the ancient spire. And I can even do an updraft and make it right over here. And there is Hugo's soul. Should update here soon. It looks like we were lagging out just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Hugo Vanderhall. Alright, and yeah, there's a bit of mobs up there, but that's a quick way that you can get them if you want to bypass some of the other stuff. Next up, we have Robert Gibson, who can be found at Lupa's lair right over here, where we had the Scavenger Matron boss fight. And if you fly right over the bridge, and we can actually do this without having to fight the Scavenger Matron. We just want to come right over into here, take out a pickaxe, sort of to the left, and there's a little doorway. Little opening right here. You can just mine through some of that rubble, come in through here, and we are right below where the Scavenger Matron fight is. And this is where you can find Robert Gibson. And by placing Robert Gibson down and reading what he has to say, we unlock another quest. Robert Gibson needs help. And this one, we have to go to the Weaver's Cottage in East Lapis to find his fiancée, Kaori Conway. And that can be right over here on the map, right next to the Ocean's Heart here in the city of East Lapis. I think the easiest way to get there is going to be from the Kindle Waste Spire, just kind of glide across and then go on some paths and everything. But I will see y'all when we get to East Lapis. Okay, I have now reached East Lapis, and this is the corner of the city. We are looking northeast. Here's where we are again on the map. So kind of at the corner of the city, there's the icon for East Lapis, and you want to basically go into this first complete house, assuming the map stays the same if you're watching this in the future. And we can go right in here and collect the soul of Kaori. And along the journey to find Kaori Conway, we come across the Weaver's Cottage, and inside the Weaver's Cottage in East Lapis is a passage, and by reading this passage, we unlock another quest to find a villager. It is the Pit Fights quest here in the journal, and this is where we can find Gabrielle Fairburn, and she is in Surat's Rest. If I show that on the map, that is all the way down here, Lost Villager Soul, so kind of right below the Low Meadows fast travel. And I've gone ahead and placed a little flame altar here, and I will cross over the bridge and show you where we can find her. She's basically right on the far edge next to the Deadly Shroud. Okay, we are in Surat's Rest now, and I have made my way south to the very south edge of the village. And it's kind of on the edge of a cliff here, down some stairs and out overlooking the Deadly Shroud. And this is where we can find Gabrielle. And there we go. Okay, well we now have quite a lot of villagers and assistant crafting NPCs, which is super amazing. So I think that about sums up this episode. I know I breezed by the last few villagers fairly quickly, but they were just villagers and not assistant NPCs. So I figured I would still include them in this episode anyway. They didn't have much dialogue, but in case any of you were wondering where the last few could be found, then there you have it. And I definitely have to get on top of building some houses now for all of my townsfolk. I have quite the party going on my porch right now. I've just set them to all be still so that they're not crowding up my house and walking all around, but this is going to be pretty fun. And I'm sure there are 1 or 2 more villagers to be found in the mountains, but I haven't made it all through the mountain biome yet, so do stay tuned for future episodes, and I'll try to uncover some more villagers there. But this is what we have so far that is not in the mountains as of the update so far. And of course, they may add more villagers in the future and enhance their skills and other abilities and things. So I really look forward to seeing where the mechanics like this with this game go. But with that said, huge shout out to all my channel members. Be sure to join the Discord server through the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Cheers.